So here's the ship. Left bumper will select the entire thing. For you new players, I'm going to go ahead and just like describe the actions that I'm doing so it's easier to understand. We're also going to color it brighter so it's easier to see. Just do that, and then accents. Shoot, I don't know. I like green. We'll go with green. Ugh. Sorry, wasting time here. Anyways, now it's easier to see. This top plate, actually, hold on. I guess I'll pull it apart as the pieces allow me to select them. So this is a DarkStar part. You can see in the description on the left side, it says DarkStar MCB07 Kontiki. You can also just use a regular Kontiki, but that piece is heavier and it doesn't have as much cargo, pretty sure. This is like a boosted module. There's the plate off the top. This is part of the new ASC Deimos mod. Pick up for, I think it's a couple bucks. I'm pretty sure it's a paid mod, but it's worth it. This is decorative. I have the Better Ship Part Flips and Better Ship Part Snaps mod installed, and then there's an expansion for that. It gives you decorative parts, and these decorative shields can be flipped whatever orientation you want, and used. You can put as many as you want on your ship, so you can use them to like accent stuff or make like wheels if you're doing like a car or whatever. I have tiny parts here. Take this off. Gillibrand plates are going to be essential throughout. If you want spacing like mine, you can also just make it different. It doesn't matter. This is a grav drive. It's super tiny off of the Star Wars ships. If you download pretty much any of the Star Wars ship mods, the little ones, they come with these tiny parts. ETA-2 reactor C-class. 72 power on that thing. I think I have a lot of fuel tanks. I'm probably just going to delete the extras. Plenty of fuel. It's my grav drive that prevents me from going to other star systems. Shielded cargo. So basically all the essential stuff I've ripped off of a Star Wars ship. Come on. Okay. Fuel. Yeah, just get this out. I'm using luxurious habitat, but it's just shaped like Deimos. So if you use Deimos habitat, it's going to look like that too. I recommend going with an empty one. If you have a mod where the habitat's like really, really empty, use that, because it's going to merge inside of here. This is the window, so when you're sitting in the cockpit, you can actually see out of the window. You can see out of your ship in first person. There's our docker. Slim docker, that's just regular. I've got Gillibrand plates for some reason. Figure that out. Porthole, this is necessary for these two things. To make it nominal, you snap the window to this cockpit and then snap that to this. And with this window, cockpit, it's nominal. For some reason it considers it nominal, even though the habitat's inside the cockpit. So, it's just a little glitch. Let's see. The landing bay. Landing bay. Get our landing gears. Check it out, they're not even lined up anymore, they're like squished together. That's done with the Gillibrand plates. I'll show you guys how to do that. DarkStar discrete fuel. That's before I realized it was my grav drive that was keeping me from star systems. Just delete those when it's needed. Oh jeez. Yes. No, this is my shield. Shield is super tiny too. Even though I'm using a decorative shield, I still use the Star Wars ship. Just gonna delete these. Then other essential items. I'm using these Avontech engines. These are decorative fuel tanks. but I wanted it to look like my ship had fuel tanks. This is actually 2 Deimos wings on either side, so it's a little bit longer, just to line up with the ship. Everything else is lighting, unnecessary, and weapons, weapon placement. Avontech blocks are here, I believe, for the wings, so they stick out a little bit further. Let's see. Yep. That'll be necessary for the wings. Other than that, I think I'm gonna arrange it and then put it together. Haven't decided if I'm gonna do like the full lead up to this, or if I'm just gonna set it up and then build it. I'll probably just set it up and build it. So we got the cockpit. We'll need Gilbrand plates facing that way and Gilbrand plates facing this way. And that's it for those. I'll just delete the rest. Gonna need weapon mounts. And we'll need weapons. I'm only gonna put one set of weapons on, so just delete the other set for now and go. Show you guys how to combine those on the same weapon plates. Alright, so and these things. Forward and back facing. Underglow. Where's my tail lights? Take those out. Or headlights. Use the headlights. Yes. That. Headlights. Okay. Just delete the rest of this. Set it up and hopefully build it in like less than 10 minutes. That way on YouTube it's like really short form. Short enough. Buy extra parts. Okay. Now I'll just organize it a bit. Cockpit. Merged with the cockpit, we're gonna do this. Utilizing this. Cockpit, we'll put the landing bay under the cockpit. We're gonna put the dock on the sides. Sliding. No, that's the headlights. No, what is it? Okay. I'm getting confused here. Alright. Are these red? Yes. This is the underglow. On top of the whole thing. This goes on the back of the landing bay. Whoa. Doesn't select the entire thing, huh? I missed that. There we go. Now it's over. Okay. Engines, essential parts, shield is just for show. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of that curved bore. Don't need it. Okay, that's a fuel tank. I don't need that either. Okay, that's pretty organized. So that's the underglow. There's the headlights. These are headlights. Is this extra underglow? Rotate faster? I need to turn that up. It's in the settings now, which is great. Let's see. Okay, so, and first attempt at explaining how to build this thing. Here we go. This is stripped down to bare bones. You guys can add on, obviously, whatever you want. You can change whatever you want, but this is how I built mine. It's colored lighter. Mine was red and black. This one I just colored gray and green, so it's easier to see. Okay. So here's a DarkStar Kon-Tiki. There's a bay. See how that bay can't snap onto there? But I don't want to have a habitat. So what I do is I merge a habitat, since one is required. I'm going to merge one with the cockpit. To do that, you get a porthole, just a regular porthole, and put it on the bottom of an empty 1x1 habitat. Any 1x1 habitat. Put a window on the front of the 1x1 habitat, because you're going to want to be able to sit in the chair and see out of the front. Now, snap that right on there. I'm going to, in the beginning of the video, hopefully I will have listed the mod that allows you to do that in the settings. You can change settings that allow you to snap without having to do any glitch maneuvers. Anyways, now that there is a habitat, snap that right on there. So this is like the foundation of the shape of our ship. We have everything for getting inside. Here's the docker. That'll go right on the bottom. So you place it close, use the left bumper, and then press A or X if you're on PlayStation. Move it over and just snap it on. Okay, now these landing gears are DarkStar, so that means they're lighter and they have more power. Normally the landing gears would snap like that. But I've got them set up so that they're a little bit shorter. That way they fit onto the ship in the way that I want. To do that, you're going to need this piece called a Gillibrand plate. This is coming from the Better Ship Part Flips and Snaps expansion. It gives you these plates. So here's what this is. It's just a tiny plate. Let me see if I can color it so it's easier to see. Yep, there we go. So it's a tiny plate, and you can hit left or right on your D-pad to expand these snap points. And on this sideways plane, it's giving you sideways snap points. So basically, you can set this up where you've got one of these snapped to one of those snap points, and the other you can move like that. I don't want it exactly like that, so I'm going to adjust it. Make it a little smaller. Drag it. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So now that I know what I want, I'll just copy that size Gillibrand plate and do the same thing with the other set of DarkStar landing gears that I'm going to use on the other side of the ship. Did I snap that in the same place? I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. Let me see. Where's that snap? There we go. Okay. Landing gears are set up. Body is set up. Next, we want this on the back. I won't know exactly where I want it until the landing gears are on and everything, so we'll put this on last. It's decorative. Same with the wings. Whoops. Put the wings on last, also decorative. Alright, let's give these landing gears a shot. Let's see how they're looking. With the Gillibrand plate, you're giving yourself extra snap points, so there are minor adjustments that you can make to placement. I believe they sat further back on the build. Could go with them like that. I'm just kind of guessing where it was. Same general shape is going to happen. Okay, so there's the landing gears on the body. Let's go ahead and put the wings on, might as well. So this is from Avontech blocks. They used to be glitchy. So far, I haven't seen them be glitchy for me yet. So not even gonna go into that. So we're essentially doing the same thing. Now I can't get them placed exactly where I want. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a piece out, take the landing bay out, take the Avontech blocks and snap them to the side. Now we're going to get our wings and just test it out. Let's see. that snapped on there, and whoops, put the landing bay back in place. Yeah, that puts our headlight right at the front. Only problem is, those are not connected. So we're going to use a Gillibrand plate to do that. Go ahead and copy this one. Now all of a sudden it's one piece. Perfect. One second. Do the same thing on the other side. Cool, that's one piece. Lined up. Alright. Now, these are connected to the landing bay as a single unit. I'm using the left bumper, by the way, to select full sets of pieces. Any new players that are watching. Okay, now that I look at it actually, those stick out a little bit. I kind of want them further back. So I'm just going to press back on the D-pad. That'll take the whole thing back. Now I can select, oh, you know what? I'll just select these three pieces and put them out. And now I can move these. Alright, move these at will. So just there we go. Let's try that. I'll sit a little further back, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so for me, this is the spacing I like, and that was adjusted with those Gillibrand plates. Let's see if we have snap points for these. Go ahead and zoom in on that. Yeah, I'll go with that. So these are decorative fuel tanks. Getting that from the same expansion the Gillibrand plates come from. Alright, now the rest of that's lighting. Let's see if this will snap on top. Yep, there we go. Maybe I want to do that. Oh, let's see. Okay, now does this have snap on the back end? It's too far forward. I want it further back. So I'm going to use a different Gillibrand plate. This one is facing this way. Same thing. Left and right on the D-pad lets you expand and contract the configuration. Okay, so now, it looks like it's only going to snap to the middle Gillibrand plate. And I want it further back, so I'll put it up. Pressing right on the D-pad. There we go. There we go, there we go. Alright. Now here's a, this is an all-around weapon. This will do, as you can see on the left-hand side, hull damage and shield damage. So you could take out their shields and their ship with this. It only has a max power of 2, which means you can have 6 of them. So you can have max power of 12 on the original weapon set. So you can have that many of those. It does a ton of damage if you play it that way. If you're using the DarkStar mod, you can. It makes your ship really overpowered, and it may not be as fun for you. For me, I know it's kind of the case. So, but you do what you want. If you want to be super overpowered, master of the universe, dude, it's your game. So, with the better ship part flips, you can flip these plates sideways, and now I can have these guns perfectly sideways. And I want these lasers coming out of these headlights. So what I'm going to do is remove a part. I'm going to take out the, well, I guess I'll just take that off so I can access this piece. Dang. Okay. Do it another way. There, okay. Take the habitat out and just put these on the side. Now check this out. If you want more than one gun on the same snap point, just with the weapon plate selected, press triangle or Y, depending on PlayStation or Xbox. Put it really, really close, but not touching, to the thing and press A, and it'll or A or X on PlayStation. It'll automatically snap once you press the button again. And then you'll have, if you pull the weapon plate off, here's the cool part, both guns are now magically on the same weapon plate, and you can just delete the extra one if you want to save weight on your ship. Since I've done that on one side, might as well do it on the other. Get rid of that extra weapon. You take the whole thing, put it back where it goes. And then put that back where that goes. And then make sure it moves all together by pressing left bumper. No missing pieces. Now here's kind of the cheat code. What you do is you download a Star Wars ship. From that you get all these micro parts. Get my camera down. Here's our C-class reactor. I'm going to put it under this plate. So it's kind of hidden at least. Alright, C-class reactor. And then we've got our shield. Oh, there it was. Okay, shield. Fuel. Come on. I'll move the ship out of the way. Whoa. Oh yeah, because of the, oops. I'm snapping everything in the wrong spot. Alright. There we go. Let's pull it back on in a second. Here's the shield. So you just press A or X on PlayStation. Here's the fuel. Press A or X again. Leave it close to the spot you want it. Press left bumper and then double tap A or X. And now I've put all those essential parts in the same spot. And we're going to take this plate, hopefully be able to hide it. That's supposed to go. Cool. Yeah, with that plate on top, it looks like you can't see any of those things. Magic. So, have we hidden the weapons? Did I do that already? Yeah. The lighting is optional, but I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. Field brand plates, since I have to find new ones now, are going to be in the structural section. You scroll down not too far on my list, your list might be different. Here's the sideways plates. You're only going to need sideways plates for everything here. Basically copy that twice so that you have 3 lined up together. And then what I've done here is I have forward and back facing red Matilija spotlights on the same horizon weapon mount, which is turned sideways with better ship part flips. So to do that, let's go ahead and pull both these parts off. Oh, it didn't have back facing. Is this a headlight? Yeah, that's just a regular spotlight. Okay, I don't need that though. Where's my other light? There it is. Okay, yeah, these have backwards and forwards facing red. So once you have both of those parts and you have a sideways weapon mount, those are normally sideways. You don't need better ship part flips for that. When you be vertical, you do. Alright, so for both sides, left and right, we have both sets of pieces. Get a habitat. Let's pull this off again. I'm going to copy the habitat so I can just delete it afterwards. Put your mounts on either side, and then copy each mount. Those in different spots. Now, here's a rear-facing red aft spotlight. I'm going to copy that, put it on the bottom of each of these. Here's a forward-facing red spotlight. I'm going to copy that and put it on the bottom of each of these. Now, you can press left bumper and select this entire piece, snap it onto there so that now both spotlights are on the same mount. You can delete the extra mounts after you've pulled them off. They automatically stay on once you pull them apart. So now you have the piece that you need to copy to create the underglow. So you'll need both of these. You'll need the Gillibrand wall of plates, 2 of them to either side. And then the piece you just made with this double headlight or spotlight, press triangle to copy it, or Y on Xbox, and line them up and just put them next to each other. Same on the other side. Copy that. There you go. 5 on either side. And then what's this? That's red. I can delete that. You can just delete the extra spotlights if you have them on the board. So there's red. Yeah, I can just delete that. That. And now, get the original. Take out your habitat from your ship. And you want these to stretch back to the bay as well. So we're going to put them like this to where the middle one is at the back end of the habitat. So that puts it smack dab in the middle of the ship. Now we've got a row of red lights cast underneath your ship like a set of underglow. And again, totally optional, but I think it looks cool. And there, all you see of those lights is those little bumps on the bottom. Okay, now for the headlights. The Deimos wings have these 2 little lights here, but they don't actually produce any light. So I'm just going to install these to make it look like they do. Again, it's the same process. Pull out the habitat, and those stay in place. So there's things you just installed, they stay right there. And you put the habitat back, automatically goes back to the snap point, so no big deal. So with the headlights, we're doing the same thing. We're going to, and this is an easier one. You just put a forward-facing spotlight on mount like that, and another forward-facing spotlight on a sideways equipment plate. Press left bumper, grab this whole piece, and snap it onto that equipment plate. Do the same thing. You can just grab it, snap it onto those. So now we have 2, one facing the ground and one facing forward. And we'll put this, make sure it's in the actual right spot. I hope that's right. Yeah, just one error now is disconnected pieces. Okay. Plate back on top. There we go. Everything is assembled. With the exception of the engines. We've got Avon warp engines here. So these are real fast. Top speed of 300. Got 2 of them. You can actually put 3 on a ship if you want to. We need, oh whoops, structural pieces. Go back to Gillibrand plates. And these are going to be snapped together. Oh yeah, I remember how I did it now. Okay. So you get a Gillibrand plate, you stretch it out as big as you can. There's also invisible ones. I don't ever use those, but whatever. Then copy it, make it as small as possible to where the circles are like touching the square. Now snap that onto the outside as far as you can, and then that way this is one big piece. Now you can take that and snap that to the engines. Yeah, so it's right in the middle. Now the engines are one big piece. That can be snapped to the bottom of... Oops. Well, I could do the cockpit. But you know what? I'm not even going to bother with that. What I'm going to do is just grab this and see if it automatically snaps onto where I want inside the ship. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to push it a little bit more forward. That'll work. There we go. Fully built. I'm going to back out and not save it because mine is already decorated on the inside and I don't want to lose those decorations. Cancel modification. There we go. And you know, you just paint it how you want. So, I'm going to show you how you get inside and all that. Since it's a glitch build. You don't have to teleport in or out. You can see through first person. The whole thing works pretty well. There's just a couple little snags that I'll have to explain to make it easier to operate. Alright, so once you get inside, it's going to be the cockpit merged with the habitat, so an empty habitat's your best option. I put a bed and some posters. We go first person, it's easier to see. Here's a weapon workbench. Self-service bounty clearance. I put carpets everywhere. But there's the docker. If you put a carpet over it like I did, you just gotta touch the corner to access it. Got a PlayStation. I mean, sorry, Xbox. Spacesuit workbench. And then, so because this is a window, check this out. I'm not able to access the chair. Oh no, what do? Look down and you'll see that part of the chair actually goes over the edge of the window. And if you put your crosshair on that part of the chair, all of a sudden it's selectable. So I'm on Xbox, I press A to select it. And it'll do the animation and it'll automatically force your character into the chair. When you're looking from first person, it's like this. Like you could see everything. And so if you get up, it automatically walks you back through that window and puts you back inside the habitat. But sometimes you have to face right and walk into the middle. If you face left and walk out, you'll get stuck sometimes, only sometimes, in between the cockpit and the habitat. You won't be able to get back unless you sit back in the chair. So that's how you get back if you get glitched out like that. But that's the only weird hiccup so far. Oh, another thing, sometimes the NPCs will be sitting in chairs that are outside of the habitat, so you won't be able to see them, but they'll still try to talk to you. But yeah, that's it. And then if you want to leave, you can't touch here. You can access that. It looks like the money. But if you want to leave, you have to touch here. Right here.
Location nearby.
That's it. That's how you make that thing. And there she is with the underglow. And the headlights.